Hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. This is where I like to just talk about kind of what's going on in life, review trips we've been on, and just kind of, I don't know, try and tell a story. But today we are talking about going on a cruise, and we went on a cruise here just a few months ago, and we cruised out of New Orleans, and we went down to the Caribbean area, went to Mexico, and just had a great time. So I have a couple of tips and tricks as well as like kind of overview of our excursions and being on the boat. So check it out.
We are at the Holiday Inn here in New Orleans at the Superdome downtown location. We picked this for multiple reasons. There's a handful of hotels that do a park and cruise package. If you're flying, they will shuttle you from the airport to other hotels, and you could probably do that here, but we were driving, so we needed to find a hotel where we could park. And with the park and cruise package, we paid a little bit more for our room, but we get to leave our car here the whole week. If we took our car to the port, they have parking, but it's $20 a day. And I think looking at the numbers, we paid probably about $50 more for our room to be able to leave our car here all week. And for us, that was definitely worth it. We also liked this location because it was really close to the French Quarters, and we wanted to be able to come yesterday and go do some fun things and walk around a lot and go have dinner. And so this gave us that option where we could walk there. So some of the other parking cruise packages were a little bit farther away, and we would have had to Uber or take a taxi or something for anything we wanted to do the night before. So we're trying to decide how we're wanting to get from here to the airport, or not airport, to the cruise terminal. They don't offer a shuttle, so we're either going to take our van, drop most people off, come back and park, and then walk, but we'll keep you posted.
We just got through checking in, getting ready to get on our boat.
Went through security, did all the check-in stuff. It was super smooth. They had great help. There was somebody at every turn saying which way to go, so I feel like it was a really smooth process getting on the boat. Hey guys, welcome to our room. We have a balcony room. There's on this ship like 3 different levels that have a lot of balcony rooms, and then I think even the upper deck have fancy rooms, but that's where like the suites are. So this is just your basic balcony room. Tons of space, king size bed. We got a fun couch. The bathroom is bigger than a different cruise we've been on. I'll show it to you. Still a cruise bathroom, so nothing huge or luxurious, but shower, potty, vanity, but enough space to feel comfortable in there. It's awesome. It's got tons of cabinets for storage. I've already started unpacking, so I've got things hanging up and stuff. We've got access to our balcony, and then the curtains can open if we want to be able to look out. So you can see we haven't left port yet, but we've got 2 chairs out there and a little table, and just excited. Here's our patio space so we can see down around. We do have an adjoining room. That was not needed for us, so we do not know who's on this side, but it would be beneficial if we had somebody else next door that we knew who they were, or if you had a big family and you wanted your kids to be here, you would have access to get back and forth. So I like that feature for sure.
What's up? We are on the boat, day 1. So kind of a recap of what we've done so far as we got on the boat. We've now taken off. We did a lunch. We just did the Guy Fieri burger place, and that was awesome. I think Kaylee got tacos. And then we walked around the boat and just did a tour. We did like a spa tour that they offered, which is kind of neat. Checking out where stuff is. So I didn't really do a whole lot of recording on the boat. Just, it was more fun to do the excursions, and it was kind of gloomy, going in January out of New Orleans. It took a while for it to get warm, but we did the formal night, and all kinds of fun activities to do on the boat. I could really stay on the boat the whole time. To get off is cool and do excursions and stuff, but there's so much live music and shows and comedy and whatnot that, gambling, like you can have a great vacation if all you did is stay on the boat. One tip we have that was given to me before is we went on this trip with 2 other couples, and with one of the other couples we actually split up the room assignments. So we put Jeff and I in the same room on paper, and then his wife Amanda and Kaylee in the same room. And what this did is it let us get like a drink package just for us. So if you get the drink package for one person in your room, both people have to purchase it, so that you're not just, you know, giving drinks under the table, or, you know, it's I think alcohol and coffee and energy drinks and bottled water, and I mean there's all kinds of stuff that kind of comes with the drink package. The Cheers package, I think, is what it's called. So it was worth it to only buy 2, and then, you know, the girls didn't have to get that as well. So it I think it saved us some money in the long run, not having to get 2 Cheers packages per couple. We're just having 1. So that is a tip. You can put 2 people in the same room on paper, and then obviously we just swapped room keys so that they could get back into the right room. The food was all good. I mean, I definitely, like, I'd been on a Carnival cruise before and didn't go to the burger place at all. And this time, like, that's all I did for lunches. So I was a big fan of that. We ate the formal dinner every night, you know, just for the fun of it. The girls did some karaoke and dancing, and we went to all the shows. So I mean, it's definitely worth just being on the boat. The comedians, one was really great, and the other one was he was okay. So it was kind of hit or miss with me. That was similar to how it was the last time we went as well. So our first port day was in Cozumel, and we decided to do a all-inclusive resort. It had been recommended by friends, and we ended up going to Mr. Sancho's. And what that was is just an all-inclusive resort. So it was kind of like being on the boat, where we had the, you know, all you can eat and drink, and we were on the beach and had a waiter and stuff. This was not a Carnival excursion. So we got off the boat and we just found a taxi and told them where we wanted to go. You know, and obviously we had a certain time we had to be back on the boat, and it was no big deal. Mr. Sancho's is super cool. It's just an outdoor atmosphere. There's lots of tiki style huts. You know, the servers around. They have the mariachi band and stuff. My second tip, probably for this particular cruise, is that we did not do any spa treatments on the boat, because they were just so expensive. And I mean, it would have been awesome to get a massage, but we didn't want to pay the money they wanted on the boat. But when we went to Mr. Sancho's, it was like the same price as getting a massage, you know, stateside. So we didn't want to get a massage, you know, on the boat, because it was so expensive. But at Mr. Sancho's, they had you could purchase a massage, and that was one of the coolest things, is to be out on the beach, just listening to the ocean waves, you know, and to get an affordable massage that was really great. So I totally am a fan of. I wanted to get one, and I considered shelling out on the boat, but once we got to the all-inclusive and found out I could do it for way cheaper there, and it was probably a way better experience, like, that is a pro tip. Our second port day, we ended up in Progresso. I say ended up like that wasn't the plan. It was the plan. Second day, port day, Progresso. Knew we were going there, signed up for excursions. We signed up for the Mayan ruins excursion, and it was like a C-note swim. So we got to do the underground cave swim type of thing, and that was, I mean, it was pretty cool. Took a little bit of a bus ride to get to the Mayan communities, but even driving through was just neat. So walking around, you know, they have all the old stuff out, just like any kind of historic site. You know, you can see how they used to do everything, and they took us through a tour and explained, you know, what each thing was. And then we went and changed into our swim stuff and put life jackets on, and we walked down this big staircase, rock staircase, and it took us right into one of these cenotes that you can swim in, and the water was crystal clear. It was cool to walk down the steps into the water, and then, like, you could just see, I mean, it was almost as clear underwater as it was out of the water. So, I mean, really cool experience. It was cool to swim in a cave. They called it a float, like you float down the river to the big cave, and it was not a float. It was like a slow-paced little swim. And we kind of got a little bit of footage so you can see what I'm talking about. So here's kind of going through the cave and then going down the river. You know, it's not much of a river. There's zero current. They had tubes, but obviously nobody used a tube to float down this very small river. The GoPro didn't do great with the light once we got inside of the cave. So, I mean, you can kind of see they had LED lights down there for it to show the depth. And there's a cool hole in the ceiling, a hole in the roof of the cave that had, you know, a little baby waterfall is, I guess, what I'd call it. So after the ruins, we went to the pyramids. We got to actually climb up on the pyramids, so that was worth it to us. It was really steep stairs. Overall, I mean, I think the Progresso excursion was really cool. I don't know that I would do it again, but definitely for, you know, if you have never been to any Mayan ruins, you get the whole experience at one time. You get the ruins, you get to swim in the cenote, you get to see the crystal clear water. There's cool pictures to be taken, and then to go see the baby pyramids are, you know, really, really cool. So after our Progresso excursion, we knew it'd be time to get back, and we'd be heading back for the state side, which is kind of a bummer, but that evening had a really pretty sunset, so we went out and took a bunch of pictures and just had fun with our group. And honestly, like I said, it didn't matter if we were, you know, on an excursion or on the boat. Like, we just had a really fun group of people. So we had fun on all of our sea days. We had fun on our port days. It was just a great time to get away. And, you know, Carnival's a pretty affordable cruise line, and it's really accessible. So I'd highly recommend checking out Carnival. I hope you enjoyed this overview. I hope there's some good information on deciding which excursion you would want to do or which boat you'd want to get on. So thanks so much for watching.